everybody. Welcome to Sim J Style. It has been over a year since we have seen each other in this capacity. And I am beyond excited. I am thrilled. I'm so glad to be back. And we're going in a different direction. Not entirely deviating from fashion, lifestyle, and so forth, but actually expanding upon it. And one of the reasons why I have not been here in so long and why we have not seen each other in such a while is because I did want to take a moment to actually contemplate the direction I wanted Sim J Style to go. I wanted to ensure that it encompasses my core values, my beliefs, as well as the things that I'm passionate about. Of course, I started this channel because of the fact that I am a shoe connoisseur, and I wanted to share that piece of enjoyment with other people, especially, other women who are also like, oh yeah, girl, those shoes are cute, work that. I have gone through some phases, I guess you could say, in my journey. So in going through that, I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge who is responsible for me being here where I am, having the opportunity to run my own business, do so full time, and to be my own boss, to cultivate and create. And I have to acknowledge the God that I serve, because he is the reason why I'm here and who put me in this position in the first place. So yes, this is a faith-based channel. This is a place where where individuals can come and we can connect with one another and have shared things in common, such as a love of shoes, fashion, but at the same time, focusing on, things that are really impactful to us. Of course, in my true to research form, I wanted to really dig deep into the title of this video, this message, if you will, and unpack some things before we really dive into it, right? So, of course, the first thing I did was we all know what footsteps are, of course, right? If you've ever walked on a beach with lots of sand and you're walking and you're walking and you're walking, right? And you see the footsteps that you left behind, or if you've ever, after a rainy day, and you got on your rain boots and everything, and you're walking in that mud and you see the footsteps that you left behind, of course we understand those footsteps. But what I found to be one of the most powerful messages, or one of the most powerful definitions of footsteps, comes from Merriam-Webster's definition. It was actually their fourth definition. I had to read through a few definitions before I found this one. And the definition of footsteps, as defined by Merriam-Webster, is a way of life, conduct, or action. I want you to sit on that for a minute, meditate on it, really process it. A way of life, conduct, or action. Now we're making the connection, right? We're connecting faith with action. So in other words, faith isn't us sitting back waiting for things to happen to us or for us. It is us taking a step. It is us taking some sort of action, making something happen that aligns with what we know in our spirit that we're supposed to do anyway, but maybe too fearful of what the outcome may be. But if we are taking steps of faith and if we're honoring God in the process, then we know the outcome is going to be better than we could ever even imagine. I want you to think about faith as a way of life. Imagine if it were your consistent conduct. I know that I've had to do some refinement to my own way of thinking, especially when you're operating in the entrepreneurship realm. Your faith impacts your decisions. And as a result of such an impact, that's what shapes our footsteps and governs how we embark on this journey called life. I want you to think about your faith as a lifestyle. Think of it not as a one-time decision, a one and done type of thing. Don't think of it that way. This is a lifestyle. Walk it out. And what do you walk with? You walk with shoes, don't you? You like how I incorporate that fashion thing in there, right? That's real cute. But anyway, you have to walk it out. But it's okay if you look fly while you do it. It's okay if you have a cute pair of shoes to walk it out while you are living this lifestyle of faith, while you are taking these footsteps. Know that God is taking you to a bigger and better place, bigger than the place that you came from. Let me engage in the operation of a lifestyle of faith. Also know that your steps, your decisions, of course, yes, there's risk involved, there's uncertainty, but know that it's a way to honor God. You're illustrating to God, I trust you. I know your plan is better than mine. So I trust you to order my steps. I will not lean to my own understanding. I will acknowledge you in everything that I do, and I will trust you to direct my path. That is essentially what is meant by footsteps of faith. I'm excited about this new journey. I do want to show you a couple pair of shoes that I'm rocking right now as well, especially as I take these steps of faith. Every single day is a new day. It's a new journey. It is a new expectation. It's a new opportunity to expand, to bring about a positive impact. And as I mentioned, go ahead and look fabulous while you're doing it. So let's take a look at what I have for you today. First, I want to begin by showing you the neutral outfit that I selected to pair up with these various shoes. And then as we pan down to these Steve Madden slides that I have on, notice that they have just a slight wedge to them. As we get a closer look at them, you'll notice the stones that actually decorate or enhance the shoe, and also the semi-squarely rounded toe as well. And then there's a slight cushion for comfort purposes. Just to take a look from the side, you'll have a better look at what this slight wedge looks like. Now, as we go into the second shoe, this is the sneaker. And for me, sneakers actually symbolize running your race in your life. Of course, we all have our designated purpose, our predefined purpose. And it's been compared to, especially from a biblical perspective, as running your own race. What better way to run your race than in a very cute, very fly pair of sneakers? And as we take a closer look at these, you will notice the detailing that has become very popular with sneakers this season. And also I've seen this in previous seasons as well. They have been inspired by other larger brands and so forth, and a lot of them are following suit. I do love the dark red shoestrings in this sneaker and how it pairs so well with the calf hair. And then notice the stitching, that detail that provides that extra elevation for this sneaker, to where it's just not something that's just basic, but it's elevated. Finally, you'll find me in Converse. I actually really like this version of Converse. Of course, we're all familiar with the traditional Chucks, and I'm sure we've all either had a pair or we have a pair in our closets right now. But I do like these. Again, love the neutral color. That adds to the versatility. And then notice the logo on the side. And so Converse actually utilizes their logo in this sneaker. Again, that detailing that I mentioned with the previous Dolce Vita sneaker is consistent with this one as well. It is a style that a lot of people have embraced. And then notice the back. You know, I'm all about detailing. So I love how Converse actually continued their branding with the star and also their name on the back of the sneaker. I think that's very clever. I want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for joining me, for sticking it out with me, especially over the course of a year. And I know that for some of you, this may not be something that aligns with you and your core values. And I get that, but I have to stay true to who I am. And for those of you who recognize that, thank you so much for just sticking with me and for being here with me and to continue this journey with me. So I encourage you that if in fact this aligns with your core values, this aligns with your personal belief system, let's stay connected. Go ahead, hit the subscribe button, and go ahead and also hit the little bell so that you can get alerts as to when I make new videos. And that will provide us with an opportunity to stay connected. So I am so excited to embark on this new journey. And I thank you for joining me in embarking on this new part of the journey with Sim J Style. Again, thank you so much for joining me. And I look forward to seeing you next time.